Hey guys, so today I have a new custom set for you based on Star Wars The Bad Batch, and I thought it would be appropriate to release it today when tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you live, the final episode of The Bad Batch Season 1 will be airing, also the finale Part 2. So this one I decided to just base a set off The Bad Batch, and I really wanted to make a kind of decent sized playset. So this one here would cost $40 US and it has 351 pieces with 3 minifigures and 2 droids. This is the Bad Batch Kamino Training Battle, and I gave it set number 75330. It's 8+ as well. And we'll start with the minifigures, I guess. There's Hunter, Crosshair, Admiral Tarkin, and 2 of the Imperial Training Droids. Now you may notice with Hunter and Crosshair they look the exact same because I decided not to print them in this, just because Mechabricks didn't have the Bad Batch members, their figures in it yet, so I couldn't really add them in, so I just decided to go blank with these two, and some other custom set makers just put blank figs in it. I agree that it kind of looks weird with the other ones being detailed, but they're just kind of a placeholder there. I'd love to go back one day and redo it, but if you are worried about me doing this more often, don't be, because one I'm working on right now is going to be my first set with custom printing, so that's a bit of a tease there. I'm sure you'll be able to work it out what it is. You definitely won't be. Hunter in this set is the exact same as has appeared in the 75314 Bad Batch Shuttle set, the only difference being that I gave him the Mandalorian gun from the Mandalorian fighter, and also Tech uses it. The big sought after figure of the set will probably be the non-Imperial Crosshair, as he hasn't appeared yet, and I'm sure he will eventually, but he just comes with a standard rifle, and I'm sure he'd look pretty cool. Sadly, there would be no rangefinder though. There's also Admiral Tarkin here, no custom prints here, they're from existing figures, including the hairpiece from Tarkin in his Imperial one. I think this looks pretty good actually. I'm surprised with how well it turned out for just using purist parts. And a very interesting build for me was doing the Sentry Droids, we'll call them the Imperial Training Droids, or the Proto-Dark Troopers as some people might call them. This was an interesting build. I decided for the head that I'd use the 80 DP Pilot, which I think actually works surprisingly well when you compare them. I also gave kind of a neck attachment piece that I thought looked good, and the rest of it uses a Battle Droid body piece with lightsaber hilts attached and Super Battle Droid arms and legs. So pretty unique designs there for the droids, and if I could add in one more figure it would probably be Lama Su, being the first Kamino, or just another Bad Batch member. I think Lama Su would be very cool though. If this was a bigger set I'd definitely add him in. So here is all the builds in the set, and there are actually, I guess, 5 main ones. There's 3 main ones and then 2 kind of extra things, but we're gonna go in order, I guess. So as you can see here, there's 5 figures. There's the sniper tower, the turret. There's kind of a main area there with 2 of the barrier things, and then 2 extra barriers, as well as the viewing platform for Tarkin. And yeah, this looks pretty cool, I think. Actually attach the extra barriers onto that main barrier thing, and then attach that to the sniper tower, so you can have kind of a full collected build, and I think that looks quite cool. But moving on just to the sniper tower, here's one of those Lego images with a weird hand, which doesn't really fit. But the top bit with the turret can, of course, spin. There's 2 stud shooters on there which you can push and shoot, and also the entire top bit, the balcony which Crosshair can stand on, can also spin. So you can spin the turret bit and that other smaller area for the minifigures separately if you really wanted to. There's also a ladder on each side for Crosshair to climb up. At the bottom there you can also see some very big parts used, which kind of helps with the 351 pieces to $40. I think I just put it up to $40 because of all the minifigures and some pretty big parts and plates. The second build here is their viewing tower for Lama Su, I guess, and Tarkin, and at the back there is actually a place to store the 2 training droids, as well as some studs for the stud shooters and some weapons, so pretty good for that small place, and overall I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Some of the shaping isn't the most accurate, but I think it captures the general idea of that shaping quite well, and I'm happy with the bow use up the top for getting that kind of curved roof. The third, and I guess 4th and 5th build is of course that main area with the barriers, and as I showed you before, The bits can clip off and clip back on, and you can put them anywhere you really want for playability, those 2 extra ones at least. And it's also kind of sloped in the middle, just so it looks a bit cleaner. And yeah, that's kind of the place where you would position your figures and the droids, so that Hunter could be fighting the droids and I guess stabbing one of them or whatever you really want to do. It's up to you, of course. That's the way Lego playsets work. And also on the back of each barrier there's some foot space for anything, for like the Bad Batch members to take cover, and this set would go quite well if you have the existing Bad Batch shuttle, and you could put some of those figures in there in this battle and it would look pretty good. And comparing all of these builds to their reference material, I think all of them turned out quite well. The tower may be a bit too wide and stuff. I think overall I captured the tower quite well, and the viewing tower also looks great. In my opinion, the barriers are pretty basic, but I think they do their job, and overall I'm very happy with how this build turned out. Here is how all the builds look together again, and you can see Crosshair climbing up the ladder, Hunter fighting 2 droids, and of course Tarkin just watching. This is the position I have them on the box here, and you can also see them here with the background of the actual Kamino training center, and I kind of had to zoom in so none of the Bad Batch members were there, so it is a bit blurry. But here's the box. It's the same box art as the Bad Batch shuttle with Hunter, Wrecker, and Tech there, and yeah, it's that same image I showed you before. The only problem I think is the bit of the tower is blocking over the Star Wars sign, which is a bit of a problem. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this box art. Definitely not my best work, however I think it is probably my best work in terms of side box arts. I'm really happy with this side box art actually. It's just Crosshair on the tower and I think it looks really cool. Anyways, overall I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out, and let me know your thoughts down below, because I definitely quite like it. You can also see the characters all lined up with the light behind them. It's a bit too bright. There is actually a version which you'll see on the thumbnail where there is no light behind them. That was a mistake, so I decided to add the light in, and it may be a bit too bright, but it's definitely better than just the black. However, yeah, as I said, that'll be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know your predictions for the Bad Batch finale part 2. That'll be all, folks. Goodbye.